Why is gold so expensive? Well, it's gold. It's the bee's knees of precious metals. This has been ingrained into our minds since a very young age. Mentions of gold have been interlaced all throughout history. Gold is mentioned in the Bible 417 times. But what does gold do? Where does its value come from? Simple. It's pretty and it's rare. Anything that is rare will have a high value. Supply and demand is a very simple concept. Look at the Beanie Baby craze of the 90s. People were losing their shit over this product that was very cheap to make, and its rarity was artificially created by its manufacturer. It is no wonder that this bubble popped in spectacular fashion. Gold, however, is naturally rare. Not only that, there is great cost that comes with processing gold. It is very labor intensive to dig it out of the ground, clean it up, smelt it, and distribute it. Most accounts put the amount of gold that has ever been mined at about 190,040 metric tons, with estimations of what is left to be mined at about 57,000 tons. This means about 77% has been mined. The current price for gold per kilogram is $44,938.71. Let's round up to $45,000 for simplicity's sake. This puts the current circulating supply of gold at about $8.5 trillion. Let's think about this for a second. This asset is worth over $8 trillion because it is rare, and we determine that gold should be, well, our gold standard. Rarity isn't the only thing making it expensive, though. There are other metals such as ruthenium that are just as rare but go for about a quarter of the price. This is where demand comes in. People don't want jewelry made of ruthenium, they want gold. Mention ruthenium to your grandma and see if she has a clue what it is. Then mention gold to her and ask her if she knows what that is, and she'll probably tell you to stop asking stupid questions. Now ask your grandma what cryptocurrencies are. There's a more than likely chance that she won't have a clue. Ask your peers about cryptocurrency, and they probably will give you a blank stare. Ask them if they know what Bitcoin is. I am sure they at least know what Bitcoin is. This doesn't mean it has been adopted yet, but is becoming more of a household name. Is it inevitable that demand will continue to increase? I think so, but that's just my opinion. I think, unlike gold, there have been many novice traders in the space that cause the price to move somewhat erratically. As smarter people enter the space and the weak hands get shaken out, this will prove good for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is rare, just like gold, and there is a finite supply. It is yet to be mined, which costs money just like gold. There are only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins, and there are currently about 17.7 million in circulating supply. This means about 85% has been mined, compared to gold, where roughly 76% has been mined. Supply is limited and demand fluctuates, and demand comes with adoption. Will the world accept this intangible item as a store of value? Things were looking sort of iffy for a while, but it really looks like we are headed down that path. Bitcoin is extremely volatile, but if there's one thing it has done consistently over time is go up. There have been many soul-crushing drops, but it always recovers and outperforms its previous run-ups. Prominent people are talking about it.
Bitcoin.
Well, Bitcoin.
I like some Bitcoin.
Gold isn't as volatile, but with it being a tangible asset, it is understandable that it moves more slowly. Gold may be a bit more volatile than you might think, though. It has also had its soul-crushing drops for people thinking it would be a good store value. While it has had these drops, it has also consistently gone up over time. There are no shortcuts here, and there are no get-rich-quick schemes. If you think wealth creation will happen overnight, then you should probably leave the space. Investing is a zero-sum game. This means for every dollar you earn, someone loses a dollar. If you lost a dollar, someone more pragmatic earned your dollar. Leave emotion out of this and think things through patiently and logically. Let's recap really fast. We know gold is rare. About 76% has been mined. Its demand comes from its status and rarity. It is a physical asset. Bitcoin is rare. About 85% has been mined. Its demand comes from its rarity and its potential to be the new digital gold standard. It is a digital asset. Let's look at the types of people who are investing. People naturally go with what they're used to and comfortable with, especially with their money. Boomers are a little more hesitant to invest in digital assets because, let's face it, it's absurd to have thousands of dollars in digital assets. If I, as a 28-year-old, am saying that, I can only imagine what someone in their 50s is thinking. While they can buy, sell, and track their investments online, for the most part, they can withdraw them, and if they want something physical, they can get that to hang on to. This is a far cry from Bitcoin. I have my Ledger Nano S, which I can hang on to and feel that my crypto is in the hard drive, but in reality it is not. It is still on the blockchain. I could throw my ledger into a bonfire and my crypto would still be on the blockchain. Then I could pull it up again with my recovery phrases, which I've dedicated to memory and stored in multiple places. We have grown up with the internet, and having every facet of our life on the internet isn't completely out of the realm of normal. Look at downloadable content on any video game. People pay actual money to get that content. Those in-game items are actually worth money to them. When I got rated on Minecraft, the grief I felt was real. I'm sure this is foreign to boomers. And to the final point, let's look at the value of all the gold in the world, roughly 8.5 trillion by today's gold price. Now let's divide that price by the number of circulating bitcoins today. We get $485,465. I am not saying this is going to happen because there are way too many caveats and variables to consider. This is more of a theoretical ballpark estimate if Bitcoin took on the same value as gold. Nobody knows what will happen, especially me. Aliens could invade tomorrow. Who knows?